Hello guys, it's Ign Hl04 back with another Splinterlands video. Today I want to talk about a really specific card that really gonna help you to win more battles. Today I want to talk about the next focus, so it's, I think everybody of you guessed it, life. I'll be covering all of the important life cuts that's gonna help you in every league that really will boost your wins and are going to help you get more efficient and play better games. So I already played today. I was able to do 5 chests, but that's another topic. But first and foremost, if you like this type of content, feel free to like and subscribe. And also what I want to talk about is we will be live tomorrow on Twitch. Tomorrow we will be doing a last day champion grind. We will try to get as many chests as possible. If we go there and go to our account, we can see we still have 26 followers. We had a last stream today, midday. So it also has been fun. I saw some of you join. So basically tomorrow will be the last stream of the season. I will try to hit champion 1. I think I will be able to do that. I'd love to see you joining there. We will be playing against viewers and I try to give away some cards. That's going to be it, and now let's hop into the video. So we will talk about life cards. So now let's go to all cards. Let's get Untamed and Chaos Legion. Let's remove this and talk about life cards. If you don't know, life cards are normally pretty tanky and have some decent summoners. And speaking of summoners, we'll see that they're pretty overpowered from time to time. For example, a Lorna is as good as an Mylor. She only costs $3 per BCX, so you're talking about $300 for a max copy. It's as much as for an Ilfane. You see there, level 8 for $381. I would definitely, if I have the budget, I would pick her up right now. Consider that she's only available until Rebellion comes out in November or December this year. But overall, she's a great summoner. She's in 90% of cases you can use her. Then another summoner that's really great and basically pretty cheap right now. It's only about an level 8 copy. It's $188 for a max copy. It's nothing. It's close to nothing. It's not even $1 per BCX. I will pick this guy up. If I had $100 in my bank account, I would pick this guy up right now because he is decent. And he has some pretty good range monsters to power up with. And especially in Equalizer rule sets, and General Sloan can be pretty deadly. Then we have Franz. Franz is Soulbound Summoner, so I will not cover him. And then let's just cover Chances before we cover Fane. Chances is a little bit better than a Rave, but you also see it depending on the price. So if you have unlimited budget, go for Chances. You can play some pretty nasty triage taunt plays with a triple resurrect with him. But keep in mind, it's a really expensive card and I would only recommend him if you have an unlimited budget. If you take a look at this bad boy, Ilfane, he's nearly as expensive as a Max Lorna. But he's also nearly as powerful as a Max Lorna. You will be able to play him longer, and I think this will be the new Mylor. He's not going to be that expensive or that good, but he has pretty the same potential with the Return Fire and the Speed Boost, so this is great. And now let's come to the first Chaos Legion Legendary Summoner, Wraith. $170 is a must buy for this bad boy. $16 per BCX is great. I really love this card and you can play some very nice synergies with him. So now that we covered all of the summoners, I will tell you the mandatory ones. For me, mandatory is an Ilfane and a Wraith. If you don't want to pay the money for an Ilfane, a Sloan and a Wraith can also be great. But to be the most consistent, I would consider those 3. If you don't want an Ilfane and say, yeah, I don't care that Untamed is gonna fall out, I will get you an Lorna, Ilfane and Wraith. but I will stick with those 3 that they will be the ones you need. And if you don't think you need an Elfane, also Enrave could be enough for you. Let's cover the monsters. Let's cover all of the common monsters that will be beneficial for a team. Monsters that really stick to my that are great but unfortunately are too expensive are the Cave Slug. If I recall it oh, it's not even that expensive. 20 cents per BCX. It's still okay, but hey, look at it. Opportunity, scavenge, slow. It could be worth the money, but I'm not going to get it. Cards that really I tried to get is, for example, the Crystal Jaguar. This card is a little bit underrated, but it really helps you a ton. It has 11 hit points. It gets Thorns and Retaliate. It's not that expensive, like 43 bucks or 50 bucks for a max copy. And it's really gonna benefit you in certain rule sets where you have melee is gonna be sneaky, and you put this boy in the back and everybody's gonna hurting themselves. So it's a card that you might consider developing and going to your team. Then we have a card that's really strong, especially in the lower rule sets if you're playing in silver. This is a card, silver and gold, this is a card you might as well get. I got a gold foil copy level 5, and I'm really happy with it. I really used it up to the gold level. As soon as I reached diamond, this fell off a little bit. I might well need to upgrade it there, but in silver this card is great, and it's not even that expensive to my recall. Level 6 costs 30 bucks, level 5 20. It's okay. Basically this is pretty okay, and I would try getting a boatman, the same as I would try getting a herbalist, because a herbalist level 3 gets you a cleanse, and it's the only cleanse you're gonna get for a while. That's why this card is such a beast. And in poison rule sets, this card with an later called Uriel with the heal ability in silver, those two will be pretty strong contestants for the poison rule sets. Just keep that in mind. So I would go with those 3. Basically those 2 if you are not in diamond, this if you are in diamond, and those will fall off eventually. Warrior of Peace is also a card that I'd love to own. It's a perfect reduce your melee's attack card, but I won't want to spend the extra dollars. Chain Spinner is usual. Conjurer, get a max copy as fast as you can, or a max copy for a league. It will help you tremendously. Gargoyle's Rebel is a card, just get a gold foil copy, it's gonna be enough. Sunky Harvester is a card that I think in diamond I use it from time to time, but below that I don't think it's that good. Stitch Leech, get it as you can. This card is overwhelmingly powerful. I love the abilities that it's got with the life leech and the sneak and the damage. It's still at the maximum amount. With a little Inspire it can get even up to 3 life leech per turn. So consider that. I love it. Blinding Reflector is also a card that's pretty much needed, and I'd love to introduce you to that card. Even in silver it gets the Magic Reflect. Since you're pretty weak in bronze to Magic Reflect, the Conjurer and the Reflector are gonna be pretty helpful at that. Chaos Knight is a card that you actually don't need. That, yeah, it's not that much needed. I like to have it as a backline tank in certain rule sets, but you don't actually need it. Doomag Exile is way too expensive, but it's okay. Time Meddler is also okay as a secondary tank with those abilities, but it's also not that mandatory to reach higher leagues. Imperial Knight is just a little add-on, like a cherry on the top. This is going to replace the Chaos Knight, and you're gonna see at level 5 it also got the heal with the Void Shield and a tremendous amount of hit points and shields, so this is way better than a Knight. If it comes to rares, if we have an unlimited budget, just go for a Truth Speaker. It gets the cleanse in gold and the heal in diamond, and it's overpowered. It's so strong. As well as another so strong card would be the Shield Bearer. Especially with a Rave, this card is a deadly combination. It has no weakness then, and you just want to play this bad boy. And basically you see that the price, I think it's 280 per BCX. So it's more than 200 bucks for a max copy. It's like 309 if you want to get a max copy. Very expensive, very good. The next card I want to talk about is the Sheriff. Sheriff is also a card that's not that cheap. It's 100 bucks for a max copy, but you're going to get another Protect. And oh boy, tell me, with an Rave, this is going to be pretty powerful, especially even at level 6. You're going to get the Protect, so you only need a level 6 copy if you want to do the maximum amount of damage. So try getting this bad boy. So those three are basically the best cards from the Untamed set. A Temple Priest, I only picked him up because he was pretty cheap at the moment, and he has a decent amount of magic damage, especially in neutral rule sets where there are no abilities allowed. Then I'm gonna cover them quickly because everybody knows that. Really mandatory, it's okay, 2 damage, 2 mana is good. You need this card in gold. I don't even own it, so you probably don't need it too. A Beast, great. If you're playing a gold buff, get a level 5 copy. You get it for free. This is also great. So basically the live cards, all of them, basically you don't have this certain amount of overpower cards. All of them are great, like more than one. If you take a look at the epics, Elemental Phoenix would be great to have. It's still, I wouldn't use it, so I don't think this is a mandatory card. As well as the Thunderbird. Thunderbird is also a card I don't think is mandatory. If you take a look at the Evangelist, I really found myself happy with having one BCX in bronze, but as soon as we go a little bit up, I don't think it's that much needed, or that needed. Lunarchy Mistress is a card I'd love to level up to get the 4 damage in no opportunity, in no rule sets where there are no abilities, but I think it's not worth the money for, how much is it? 16 bucks for level. Oh well, it's might actually will be worth the money, but I think the green team is better in no ability rule sets. Then we have Hero of the Beyond, also a card not that mandatory, is good, but you don't need it. If we come to epics for the live team, I will consider the Jinru Nova a staple, I will consider Trismologist, and I will consider Dex Paragon a staple. Those 3 cards are basically the only epic cards you need for reaching high levels. And then legendaries are also not a lot. Basically, as you see, I got a few of those, but some of those I'd really love to get too, like an High Priest. High Priest is a card that's pretty strong, but don't forget it's so expensive that I'm not willing to pay for it. It's like 200 bucks for a max copy. I can't afford that. I won't pay that for a card that's gonna go out in print soon. Sealer Radiant, it's okay, you don't need it. You actually really don't need this card. Corellas, it's also an awesome card. It's pretty strong, but if you want to stay competitive and you want to build on a budget, you don't need it. Basically, all of the untamed monsters here are not needed. You can potentially rent a priest to play a double resurrect with the shield bearer, but it's not that big of a deal. And then we are coming across cards that are a must-have, like a Fiend level 1, and Uriel level 3 or level 2, depending on where you played. Level 2 also gets the heals, so it's gonna be enough if you have a level 2 copy if you play in silver and gold, if you wanna keep some money at home. Then Brightwing is a card that you always wanna max out on your level. This level is better than the first one because it gets the Resurrect. The immunity ability is even way better right now because you can even play it in poison rules instead. And then we have the Swiftness, which is still just a cherry on the blossom. Cherry on the top, cherry it's lovable. This card is great. Jared Scar, you also want to have this bad boy. It's gonna obliterate your teams. If you saw my videos, you know why I would suggest you this card in even silver and above. I don't think you need it in bronze, because in bronze it's a little bit too slow. You don't need an Outward. Aves and Isaria are cards that you will probably get by playing. So in overall, those are mandatory cards, those legendaries. If you take a look at the epics, I will say Renova, Prismologist and Paragon would be great, especially this card is only needed at level 2 for the Amplify. Don't forget it, you only need a level 2 copy of him, not more. If you take a look at the rares, I would say if you're building on a budget, those will be enough. If you want to say you have unlimited budget, Dim level 5, him level 6 if you're playing in gold, him at level 4, if also level 5 if you're playing in gold, and if you play higher I would suggest him a max copy, and also a Sheet Bearer if you have unlimited budget at every level. If we take a look at the commons, cards that could really rise in price is Conjurer, Stitch Leech, Reflector, and the Exile. And if you take a look at untamed cards that you want to maybe add to your arsenal, would be a Jaguar, Boatman level 5, Harborless level 3. Now we can also take a look at my cards that I own for the live team. I really have all of the cards that I really suggest you, and I played the other cards too. So as you said, I got a Boatman and a Arbalist. So this is currently only $20 for a gold copy. You still get the boost. So for level 6 it's 40, and so on and so forth. One B6 at a gold is still $5. Very expensive one. And yeah, basically that's going to be it. That's going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this is going to help you build your live team and help you improve in your leagues. And if you enjoyed this type of content, feel free to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you if I missed any cards or some cards are not necessary in your league. And I wish you an amazing rest of the day. Bye.